Hello and welcome! I'm Piano, and you're watching the Stormy Ages of Myst.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be
This is
destroyed.
another case
as I
where we
planned.
can just watch the intro. Because, yeah, we're starting
I could
from the
keep falling
beginning.
into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse.
I'm not explaining the context behind any of this, by the way. Oh. Okay. Not sure what happened there, but hey. Yes, we'll use Classic Myst. Okay, so to get where we're going, we need to raise this ship out of the water. But before we do, there's another book I'd like to check over at the library that will explain a little bit about where we're going. It's somewhere on this shelf. Here we are, the Stoneship Age. Emmett was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the rocks because that is what they were, a group of sharp rocks clustered together in the middle of a large sea. This was where Emmett lived. He enjoyed his life. Emmett would occasionally swim to nearby rocks as it was never too far of a distance. One day another person appeared on the rocks for no apparent reason to Emmett. Emmett named this new person Branch. Emmett and Branch quickly became friends, swimming and hunting for fish together often. Emmett showed Branch the simple cave in which he lived on the largest rock. Soon Branch discovered a place where he decided to live, also on the same large rock. The sun always shone brightly in their world, and the water was always dazzlingly clear, allowing them to see almost to the deep ocean floor which surrounded them. Though the sun always shone, it was never too hot for the boys. A light breeze always came from the north and cooled the area down. One day while Branch was swimming and having fun in the water, he noticed another boy swimming. Branch brought the new boy to Emmett to find out what to call the new boy. Emmett said the new boy should be called Will. Will was soon a part of the group, and all three of the boys swam and enjoyed their perfect world. At least, that is the story I was told when I arrived today on the island. Emmett, Branch, and Will were surprised to see me at first, but even before the night ended, we were all becoming good friends. Today, the second day on this newly created age, a strange thing happened. It was not strange to me, but the three boys did not understand what was happening. While I was relaxing under a large tree on one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. It was a nice rain that lasted for about an hour in the morning. I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, yet they obviously still feared it. Before going to sleep tonight, I told the boys I would leave the following day. I told them that while I was gone, I would make a surprising change in their world. They didn't understand, not that I expected them to. I still do not fully understand what happened today. I was experimenting with the art, testing the limits of the rules as dictated to me by Father. I attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world. I thought everything was planned correctly, yet somehow the boat had become gripped by the rock and broken in half. Although this test did not turn out as I had hoped, I now have answers to a few of the questions my father never answered. As for the boat, I can see the boys enjoy it anyway, and with that I am pleased. They have played on it all day. Even though the boat cannot move, I have enjoyed studying from it. It is a much sturdier platform than the jagged rocks. In the course of my observations, I have learned some very interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. Submersible lamp. The nights are absolutely beautiful here. I have made note of and named a number of constellations that pass above me. Also during the night, I catch glimmers of light from the horizon, which I have not been able to discover if it is created by some natural phenomenon on people on far off islands or rocks. I should very much like to discover which. I rather suspect it is additional people, which would explain the appearance of Branch and Will. The rain today was slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to the light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened of the heavier rain, not to mention the thunder and lightning. If rain has never fallen here until recently, as the boys tell me, I would like to discover why it is falling now. Regardless, I've decided to return home for a short while. I've also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I think that perhaps by shining a bright light toward the horizon, it might prove my suspicions regarding additional inhabitants. They would be curious about the light and travel to discover its source, if they have the means. I returned with many tools that I will need for construction of the lighthouse. I've decided that once the lighthouse is completed, I will leave for some time and let the world's own imagination have control. We have worked 3 weeks on the lighthouse now and are making great progress. The rock that we are building on seems to not be as secure as I would like. I have had to alter my plans slightly, but those alterations pose no real problem. The boys are quite strong and have been helping me immensely. I estimate construction will be done within 2 days. The lighthouse is finished and we are all proud of our creation. The boys are amazed at the structure wrought from rock with their own hands. That evening we powered up the generator, much to the boys' dread at first, and shined a great light to the horizon for many hours. I stayed the night in the top of the lighthouse and in the morning awoke to observe the sunrise without my being coated with the chilly blanket of ocean dew I had become accustomed to. It was Will who first saw the girl. She was swimming not far from the boat where Will was getting ready to hunt for fish. Then Will noticed a man not far away from the girl. Emmett was very pleased to meet the additional neighbors. I feel pleased to leave this age. I have set in motion events that have nothing to do with writing or the art that will have a more profound impact on this world than I could have ever written. I think Stoneship Age, Bird's Eye View. Of at this age, as a gift to myself, that I will wrap up and open someday in the future, only to discover that it has changed so much that indeed it is a surprise. Besides, I have yet another new age that awaits me. It seems I'm going to need some way to travel underwater in this new age, and so much planning is in order. It has been 10 years since I left this age, which I have since called the Stoneship Age. Upon returning, I cannot believe the changes that have taken place. The original 3 boys, quote unquote, have grown into adults, and there are many new faces that I do not recognize. Branch told me that it has not rained for 7 years and the cool breezes are back again. They are all very content and have been serving me with new foods and showing me new materials they have discovered. It seems they have found gold somewhere. I see it in many forms around the island. My lighthouse has been kept in perfect condition and it looks as if they have tried their very best to keep it so. Yet I have noted that the entire rock it was built on has sunk approximately 40 or 50 centimeters. After a wonderful visit with my old friends, I wonder aloud with them what things will be like in another 10 years. And then the constellations he found. As it so happens, those constellations are the key to entering this age, but for the sake of expediency, I am just going to cheat because I already know what the solution is. So, sorry. I am kind of spoiling a puzzle, I guess, but what else can I do? No. Where is it? It's somewhere around here. Got it. Boat's rising up. And that means the big boat is too. Alright. Here we are. Look at that. Now this is some ambience. Although, considering what happened prior, it makes me wonder. Because they said there hadn't been rain in 7 years, right? It makes me wonder if something else happened here. Anyway, Myst person can't swim, so tough luck. That bird's eye view did give us a good overview of what this whole island looks like. And our goal is going to be finding our way back to Myst. Ah! No. There's the lighthouse at 135. I love that we can see the rain running off it. Oh, we got power lines running to the rock dwelling. Key that doesn't go anywhere. Lock that's locked. But this is one of those games that I pretty well remember what to do, so I don't expect to get stuck on many puzzles. First thing is, we gotta hit this pump. I'm not sure which button it is, but one of these. Okay, did that drain the water out of the lighthouse? Because that's what we needed. Actually, this makes me wonder if this lighthouse was at one point not submerged. Can't open the chest, but we can let the water out of it. Okay, and then back to the pump. At least I assume this thing is a pump because, well, I don't know what the heck else it would be. I like how these buttons have their umbrella, though. Because, yeah, it's pumping the water out of this. So now we can go, like, on board the ship. And, not really be able to see anything, but we do get a nice view of, like, the underwater scene. But actually, what we wanted to do was return the water to the lighthouse, so activating one of the pumps in the other areas does that. Because if I did this right, yes, the chest is now floating. We can use this key to unlock it. And inside the only thing is another key. And then that key unlocks this door. Which feels kind of weird, but I mean... it is the sort of puzzle you'd see in Zelda. So anyway, this thing is a generator. We're gonna crank it a little bit. Okay, battery's got juice. So if I recall, lights in this tunnel are on. Wait a sec. This isn't part of the ship. It's a tunnel into a rock. Okay. When did this get built? But this room's still too dark. That's the point I was trying to make. But the other tunnels into the rock... Yeah, these are lit now, so... what we need to do is drain the water. Oh! The lighthouse is lit now. It's sparkling. Huh. Doesn't seem like a very effective lighthouse, but whatever. Ignoring that red button on the wall for now, we'll need it later. Can you tell this is a game I've played a lot? Because, yeah, this is a game I've played a lot, and I do pretty much know exactly what I'm doing. Which I guess makes it kind of boring to watch, but listen, we're not here for puzzle solutions, we're just here for good visuals and, like, globes, I guess. I guess these are like globes of different planets, because the continents aren't the same. We have this very fancy paperweight and two really tall candles. And a syringe? Okay, well I guess whoever owned this place is a drug user. And then in the drawers, we have money, we have jewels, we have fancy silverware, we have tapestries, we have nothing, we have a red page, which I'll take it for now. There's a red page and a blue page, but we can only carry one of them at a time. Honestly, it doesn't really matter, because these are only used back on Myst Island, and by the time we get back to Myst Island, we'll be done. So yeah. And then there's another room down here. With, again, that weird panel on the wall that we will look at after we are done here. Anyway, yeah, welcome to Creepy Room. Here's the blue page. Oh, how nice. Yeah. This seems like something Marluxia would have in his room. Let's see. Map. Map of a different planet. I'm guessing these are maps of different ages because they did visit many worlds. Yep. Marker suite. The vault is located. The island of achieved very easy. Instructions are followed. Each of the markers turn everyone on position. The final step turn there to the. For whatever reason, you cannot take that half note with you, even though it would be really helpful. There is another half to it, but it's not in this age. You just have to, like, either write down or remember what it says. This game is like... Anyway. Yeah, secret passage. And then we have this, which is like... Whoops. Yeah, thanks for the alarm. Lights went out. I think triggering that killed the power. Actually, I know triggering that killed the power, but yeah. Pretty sure I used a guide for this when I first played Myst, like way back when I was a kid, because most of these puzzles just went so far over my head, and I was really just here for the cool scenery. But now I know a little better. And I still remember most of it, and I definitely remember the rain here. Which, by the way, is not in the original version of Myst, it is specific to the realMyst remake. But okay, lights back on, alarm is off. Now then. Okay, so again, very nice underwater view here. But, okay, so you remember the telescope over on the peak of the island and how the lighthouse was at position 135. So we start with this is 0. And then we go, let's see, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. No. This is going to be... Look, the point is this is 90 degrees, so this one is 135. But, see, this is where I think you'd be thrown off if you've taken any kind of college math course, because in most college math course, this is 1, or this is 0, not this. So 135 would be over here. But, yeah. Point is, lights are on, we can move. Honestly, a lot of puzzles around here are based around turning the lights on. But, well, I guess that's kind of necessary when literally all they have for a generator is hand power. Anyway, we gotta go down there now, because we turned the underwater lamp on. So, I think it's this button. Oh, and my apologies if the cursor is out of sync like it was back when I recorded this for Ice Level Month in 2021, I think. If so, like that conversation I just had about degrees makes absolutely no sense to you whatsoever, and you should just roll with it. But anyway. I don't know how the table made a book out of itself, but the table made a book out of itself. We are through. We're done. We can return this page to its rightful owner if we were actually interested in playing the rest of the game, but we're not. So, this page will remain in our hands forever. See you!